guys, Becky and Scott here. We're beat and we're down at our house.
I know they're neighborinos.
There's Mr. Hatman, the tool using primate Scott.
Oh boy.
I finally got that tree cut mostly down that had come up. Sorry it's a little foggy. It'll clear up in a minute. It's been in the phone has been in the house. So there's dragonflies all over the outside here. I took the doors off the shed today. We've mowed. I edged the sidewalk here, and then I took the grass and I sprigged it all over there. I need to give it some more water. I wanted to come on and show Mary. She was talking about the morning glories overtaking the tomatoes. Well, here they've decided to dine in. That's all morning glories up on the table and chairs. And we mowed our yard and we mowed the front yard across the street, which I'm not going to bother with showing you that, but we just decided to be neighborly. And what else?
Well, it's an empty house, and you know, if you don't take responsibility for something like that, then it gets vandalized, or who knows what goes on. So, you know,
critters move in. Oh, I know what else we got done. We finally got the other end of the old clothesline took down. Scott got this bright idea, and he just used a jack and jacked it out of the ground. Yep. So now we have just Greg's new clothesline back there. And I'm holding my phone and I'm tired, so if it's shaky, I'm sorry.
Let's talk about the shed.
Talk about the shed.
This shed was built on about Anyway, I want to talk about this shed. This shed was built.
There we go. We're live again. I had to back up.
On about $1,000 plywood was salvaged out of, and the framing timbers were cut by Becky's own sawmill. And it didn't always look this bad. But we used this Ondura roofing, and I'll never use it again.
It's got holes all in it.
Yeah, it's not worth the small amount of savings to use that stuff. If I was going to stay here, I would dress it up, doll it up with the new siding and a new roof, and make a couple new doors for it. You know, put some additional overhang on the roof, put some lookouts on it like I did on this.
Yeah, see, that was our first shed that we built ourselves.
That was some free plans I had somebody gave me.
And a lot of that was reclaimed lumber as well, yeah. Except for the siding. The siding we bought.
Yeah, the framing structural timbers in that came from pallets that I salvaged over in the warehouse section of Columbia.
Hi, Mary.
But the budget was a little better on that one. The budget was about... So I'm not living here, so I'm going to tear it down.
We're not wanting to put any more money in the little shed or time. We feel a time crunch right now that we want to get out of this house. And there's so much else to do that would make it more saleable than fixing this shed. So that's why we're tearing it down.
It's just like I threw away a weed whacker today that I could probably fix, but I have two other weed whackers. This stuff has a way of finding me. It gets gifted to me, or I find it in trash piles. And the others that I have are much better condition. So you start making decisions about what's my time worth, and
exactly.
You know, do I really want to invest a couple hours into fixing this when I have two others that are actually better?
You're not moving, so I think we froze. Woo! Yes. Oh, look at my... Wow, that's some... This is called a yard do. Y'all can get one like this. Just go out and work in your yard and you'll have a yard do. So, sorry we lost you. I'm not sure what happened there. But I'm going to flip you around. I want to show Mary that one more time. That's the morning glories and what they did here. Yeah, I've got to tackle that some tomorrow. And we were talking about the shed. I've reconnected.
And I was talking about weed eaters, and
Weed eaters.
weed eaters and lawnmowers tend to find me,
Yeah.
and then I get rid of or gift away the ones I like the least. So I mean, do you want to put 2 hours into a $30, $40 weed eater, or do you want to do something else? So I threw one away today.
Yep.
I'm really very proud of myself. Something that's left the hoard.
Yep. Yay! So we've been working on taking the shed apart today. I I cleaned the sidewalk off and edged it and took that grass and put it in the garden. Got that tree that had come up, it was a choke cherry, right up against our new roof over there. So I chopped that down today. Tomorrow I want to work some more on the shed, and I want to get all those blackberry briars out of there. So slowly but surely my old raised bed garden is disappearing. The blocks you see there is a fire pit Greg made where he just comes out here and stands over stuff while he burns it. I don't know. It's a thing he likes to do. So Scott went and got the plant hangers on the side of the shed were put up with those funny square-headed screws. So anyway, we've still got lots to work on, lots to do. Haven't done anything inside today because we mainly want to make sure this yard doesn't get overgrown so we don't get any notices from the city. And I was talking about that bed there. Once we get the shed out of the way, everything's going to come out of there except the Japanese yew and the redbud tree and maybe that bush on that side of the shed over there, right there. That's the yellowish green leaves. But I've got to get that chestnut tree out of there. Chestnut trees make great shade. I just don't like the way the chestnut hulls stab your feet. And you cannot go barefoot in this yard at all, because those chestnut hulls are evil. Can you see the chestnut hulls on that tree? I'm going to try to walk down to the chestnut. If I lose you guys, it's because I've gotten too far away from the router. See, all of those chestnuts, they're not edible. But see all those hulls? They're spiny. And if you step on one, you have spine ends coming out of your foot for weeks afterwards. So that's a tree we need to have cut down. We're going to take that Bradford pear down and just kind of open this up. The limbs will be a lot less weight on them once the leaves fall. So I'll start hacking on that chestnut tree again. And the Bradford pear would come down pretty easy if we cut it to fall away from the shed.
Well, they're not sterile like people thought they
Yeah, the Bradford pears are not a sterile ornamental, and they revert back to their native living, whatever you call that, where they have long spikes on them. So,
were. Show you one in Greenville.
yeah. Can y'all hear the cicadas? They're singing a song. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this up and get off from here and maybe assist the husband. And we'll check back in with you guys. Thanks for hanging with us, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.